Hey, how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Count, and today we're going to be talking about the next in-game event coming to Pokemon GO. It is going to be the Spring into Spring event, and yes, that is what Niantic is calling it. And there is a lot to look forward to with this event. I'm going to be talking about all of this in today's video, so let's roll the intro and jump right into it. Alright, let's jump right into it. So, we are getting a springtime event in Pokemon GO, and this is something that Niantic does every single year. They usually introduce a Pokemon wearing a flower crown, and they typically add some bonuses related to egg hatching with this event, considering that it is themed around Easter. And it looks like this year's event is going to be no different, although they are going to be adding a few new caveats, and I do think these caveats are what you should look forward to. First and foremost, the Flower Crown Pokemon that they are introducing is going to be Togetic, Togekiss, and Lopunny. Now, why is this significant? Well, all three of these Pokemon are the evolved versions of the Flower Crown Pokemon from last year. And that is significant because last year's Flower Crown Pokemon could not evolve, and that was something that Pokemon GO players have been asking for. This is actually something that has great implications for Pokemon GO because there's plenty of Pokemon that have some sort of costume that cannot evolve to their next stage because of those costumes. But because Niantic is doing this, it opens up the doors for them to do this with other costume Pokemon, and I do think that that is really cool. Like, the next time they have Fashion Week, I predict that maybe they will have the evolved forms of some of the fashion costumed Pokemon from the previous years. Like, I know that when it comes to the costume Pokemon, some of the popular ones like Krogunk and some of the starter Pokemon with hats, like none of them can evolve, and that was really frustrating for a lot of players, especially if they were to get a shiny version of those costume Pokemon. But because Niantic is trying out some of the evolved form of previous Flower Crown Pokemon, there is a lot of possibilities for future costume Pokemon to be able to evolve. Now, of course, a lot of the previous Flower Crown Pokemon like Pikachu, Eevee, Baniri, and Chansey are going to be in the wild, so if you do not have a shiny of any of these Flower Crown Pokemon, this will be your opportunity to get them. Because of course, with Eevee, that is a very popular one because it actually can evolve, and any of the Eevee evolutions will have the Flower Crown when you evolve it. So for the collectors out there, it's really cool if you were to pick up a shiny Eevee with a Flower Crown because it does provide a costume for some of those evolved forms. I know one of the popular ones is a shiny Leafeon with the Flower Crown as well as Sylveon, and that is something that you could potentially get if you go out and catch a shiny Eevee with a Flower Crown. And of course, some of the other wild spawns are kind of themed around bunnies, like they kind of have the appearance of bunnies, and this is of course because it is around the Easter holiday. So there's going to be Pokemon like Whismur and Bunnelby and Nidoran female and Nidoran male also spawning in the wild, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's going to be a simple event, nothing too exciting and nothing too rare when it comes to the wild spawns, and I do think that's okay. I think the big highlight here is of course going to be Chansey, considering that Chansey does evolve into Blissey, and that is one of the top gym defenders that are currently in the game. So of course, if you want to get yourself a whole bunch of shiny Chanseys with the Flower Crown, that is going to be a huge plus. And yes, Chansey is one of those Flower Crown Pokemon that can evolve, and you can get yourself a Blissey with a Flower Crown. Now, considering that this is going to be a spring themed event around the holiday of Easter, there is going to be a whole bunch of bonuses related to eggs. First and foremost, whenever you hatch eggs, you will get 2 times the amount of candy, and then of course the distance to hatch those eggs are going to be cut in half. And then when it comes to lucky eggs, there's going to be 2 times the duration. It will double the value of this item, especially for those of you who are still looking to try to get to level 50. This is going to be a prime opportunity for you to collect a whole bunch of experience. Now, speaking of of eggs, they're going to do a small shakeup of 2-kilometer eggs, and this is something you should definitely not ignore. There's a lot of very rare baby Pokemon in this list of potentially hatchable Pokemon, and even if you don't need any of these Pokemon, it's still worth going after for the shinies and the XL candies. So yeah, do hatch as many 2-kilometer eggs as you can during this event. Some of the notable ones is of course Munchlax and Riolu. These are all Pokemon that could potentially hatch from 2-kilometer eggs, and Riolu especially, that is a very popular shiny, so if you are able to get a whole bunch of shiny Riolu through hatching eggs, that is going to allow you to do a lot of really good trades. And of course, there is a potential to get a shiny Happiny with a flower crown through these egg hatches, and that is definitely something you should target, considering that every Happiny catch will give you Chansey candies, and you could use those Chansey candies to power up your most powerful Chanseys and Blissies, and that will allow you to hold down a whole bunch of your gyms. That pretty much covers a lot of the basics with this event. Now, before I close this video, I want to put a bit of a spotlight on something that Niantic is doing. There's going to be a limited research day that is going to feature Execute, and it's going to be happening on Saturday, April 16, 2022 from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm a big fan of these limited research days, and I am really glad that Niantic is bringing it back. And of course, this is going to be one where you will need to go out and explore, because they made it very clear that this is going to be the kind of limited research day where you will need to spin photo discs for those limited research tasks. So unfortunately, you will not be able to do this from home, at least that's how it seems right now. So do prepare to go out and collect a whole bunch of these tasks, because you could potentially get yourself a really high IV Execute. And that is actually really important, because Execute during this event will evolve into the Alolan Executor as opposed to the regular one. And every Alolan Executor that you get through evolving Execute on this day will know the exclusive move Draco Meteor. That is something you should not ignore, because it is a very powerful, hard-hitting Dragon-type move, and that is something that you could use on your Alolan Executors when they are defending gyms. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover regarding this event. There's a whole bunch of other things that are going to be happening, like a Go Battle Day, as well as a new special research, and of course a new legendary in raid battles as well. I'm not necessarily going to be covering those, because as we get closer to this event, I will probably have a separate raid guide and different things like that. So yeah, I will leave those up to that. And then for the rest of this, yeah, I would love to know your thoughts regarding everything that I shared in this video. Leave your thoughts below on the new Flower Crown Pokemon that you can get through evolutions. Is this a really good direction for Niantic? And is there another costume Pokemon from another event that you would like to see get an evolved form? Definitely share that down below, and let's have a great discussion. And if you ended up enjoying this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And don't forget that little bell so you stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support my channel in any way, then do check out the links in the description below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I am Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I will catch you all later.